Hello there. It is time for Envisions. We are doing Envisions Lesson 8.6. Okay? Envisions Lesson 8.6. It's all about extending tables, and we're not talking about taking a dining room table and making it big enough to fit my entire family. No, not that type of table. We're talking again about our mathematical tables. Okay? Now, for the last two lessons, what we've been doing is trying to figure out the rule in a sequence of numbers. Guess what? Now we have the rule, we're given the rule, and then we're creating the sequence of numbers. Okay, so a little bit of reverse action there based on what we've done the last two lessons. Do you see what I mean? So let me say it one more time. The last two lessons, we've had all the numbers in place, the sequence of numbers in both rows in our mathematical table, right? But we needed to find the rule. Now, for today's lesson, we're given the rule and we need to write the sequence of numbers in the two rows correctly, okay? I'll be honest here, this is a pretty easy lesson. And I'm not saying there won't be some challenges, but hmm, hmm, pretty easy. It's not asking too much from you, okay? So what I want you to do today is actually I want you to do reteach 8.6, reteach 8.6, and then I also want you to do practice 8.6, 1 through 3, because there's just, I think some of you will do 8.6 in about 6 seconds, maybe, well, maybe a little bit longer, but anyway, today your assignment is to do reteach 8.6 and practice 8.6, 1 through 3. Okay, got that? All right, so we're going to go over practice problem, okay? Don't mind the tissue on the turkey's head. He's getting a little nervous. He doesn't want to get sick, so he's not covering up his beak too well there, though. I don't even know what types of sicknesses turkeys get. All right, I'm sure there's some joke in there somewhere that I'm not aware of. I'll try to make one up at some point. Back to math. So we have rule A and rule B. We're given the rules for the sequence of numbers, but there's no numbers. Now, on most of the problems that you'll be working today in 8.6 and reteach and 8.6 practice, the numbers are started for you and you need to finish them, okay? So the sequence of numbers is started and you need to finish. I think there's only one table, maybe in practice, that's all empty and you have to fill out every single number. It's not a big deal though, okay? Because you're given the rules before you start filling out the table here. So rule A, look at that. We have rule A at the top and then rule A in the first row here, okay? Rule A says start with 40, divide by 2. So the first column in rule A is going to have 40, the number 40. And then we're going to divide by 2 to get to the next row, right? The next column, I'm sorry, in the sequence. And then you're going to divide by 2 again for the next column in the sequence. Do you see what I mean? Let me show you. All right, so the rule A says start with 40. So I'm going to start with 40. What a crazy notion, all right? So we started with 40. And the rule is, after starting with 40, to divide by 2. What's 40 divided by 2? Remember, if you're dividing a number by 2, you're essentially cutting it in half, all right? So 40 divided by 2 is, what's half of 40? 20, correct. So 40 divided by 2 is 20. Oh, Turkey lost his tissue. That's all right, he'll be okay. I'll make sure that he washes his. All right, now we're finishing rule A, the row of rule A here. So we have 40 divided by 2 is 20. The rule stays divided by 2. So now, to get from here to here, we need to divide 20 divided by 2 again. What's 20 divided by 2? Half of 20? 20 divided by 2 is 10, correct. So there you have it. We just finished the whole row of rule A. Simple, right? So now we have rule B. Rule B start with 48 and divide by 2. So we're going to start with a different number, 48. So I write 48 in the starting place. And remember, most of the problems that you're working on today already have started the sequence. So you just need to extend the table by filling out the rest of the pattern, okay? So we have, start with 48, divide by 2. 48 divided by 2. That's a little bit tougher. What's half of 48? Come on, you smarty pants. Tell me, what's half of 48? 24. That's correct. All right, so we have 24. So I'll write that in the next column for rule B. So rule B, we have 48, then 24, and then we have one more space in there to fill. And what are we doing again? Well, rule B tells us to divide by 2. So 24 divided by 2. What is half of 24? 12. Right, correct. Or a dozen, right? All right. So there we go. There we have it. All right. We have started off with rules. Instead of us finding the rules, we have been given the rules, and then we needed to create the table. Okay. And like I said, most of the problems that you're doing today already have started the table for you. You just need to extend them and finish them. All right. So again, remember today it is Envisions 8, 6. You're going to do the whole reteaching page, and then you're going to do 1 through 3 on the practice page. Now you may be saying, but we do not have the answer key to the practice page. Well, I'll see what I can do, and hopefully you'll have it in your answer key topic page tomorrow, which is actually today. What does that mean? You figure it out. All right. May the force be with you and the turkey.